Good morning, everyone. You're here with Eric the Fisherman. No, I haven't forgot about y'all. Here recently, I've been Eric the Catch No Fisherman. However, I have been trying to catch fish. It's hard. Winter, ask any fisherman. Winter time, you get these cold fronts here in Texas. Man, it'll shut it down sometimes, and it can make you question your ability to fish, even though you know the tactics and stuff you've used in the past have worked. You start questioning everything, I'm telling you. However, I have a good feeling today. We're doing a little something different. I am an avid fly fisherman, an undercover one. I do love to fly fish. So we're gonna go hit the river and we're gonna see if we can't find some bluegill, some little river bass. There's some little creek bass in there. Some wads are in there. Heck, I've even seen carp in the river, which is wild. Anyways, stay tuned, and I appreciate y'all for your patience and for watching and subscribing to Eric the Fisherman. Y'all are awesome, and I'll see you at the river. Hey, what's up, everybody? So I just got out here to the river. Basically right now what I'm going to do is show y'all some rigging that I'm doing before I hit the river. I'm fly fishing, as I mentioned. I'm finally down here. Okay, so what I'm going to be utilizing today is like a Cinco of fly fishing. This little dragonfly nymph, which, no, I understand it's probably not in season right now, works all year long. Last winter I came out. Once this gets wet, it will slow sink. And I got this at Living Waters in Round Rock. No, I'm not a sponsor for them, but they're an awesome fly shop in Round Rock, Texas. This little nymph is awesome. I catch largemouth bass, little bluegill, river perch, sunfish. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I just use a regular clinch knot with my tippet with 5 loops, regular clinch. And let me show y'all some of my setup here. I have a fish pond bag that I got a long time ago from Living Waters. And I've got my water here. And it has an awesome spot for your water. So when you're on the river all day, you're thirsty, it's ready to go. I have to put this here. It's so windy and cold, y'all. This is about to blow away. Okay. Anyways, in here, I have an array of flies for summer and spring and winter. These little ants are good in Colorado. Drop them down. And anyways, bunch of different flies and assortment. Little dragonfly. These are great for largemouth bass. Little grasshopper, Adams flies and stuff in there. I've got a extra rod here, and it's an Echo. It's a 9-foot rod. I have in here I have an Orvis, a backup reel right here. It's an Encounter, and it's just some floating fly line that I use. I use floating lines. I don't really do sinking lines or try to go out of the lake anymore. And in here, I've got some pucks. A whole bunch of hoppers. Dry flies is what they're called, right? In here. Bunch of dry flies, hoppers, poppers, and good stuff for all time of year. And here's what I use when I go to like New Mexico and Colorado. Cotton candy nymphs. Man, they're awesome. Beaded head nymphs. I usually do a Chernobyl type hopper right here, as you can see on the right, and a hopper dropper setup. So a dry fly with a beaded head nymph that I'll let float around eddies, and I'll pull trout, rainbow trout and brown trout. Anyways, these pucks are great. They're magnetic, so you won't spill your flies everywhere. And that's what I keep in there. And then in here I have more, I have streamers. This is my streamer box. It's full of juicy stuff. I got a rat. See, I chase largemouth bass with my 8 weight. Today I'm using a 6 weight, an Orvis 6 weight. But I do chase largemouth bass. So a rat, little mouse. It's actually a mouse. You see. And then I've got some woolly booger streamers, green, black. I've got other streamers, larger streamers. And I've got the Clouser minnow. This is great for white bass and crappie and largemouth bass. Multi-species lure right here, y'all. Anyways, at the river, I do more buggy stuff. Obviously, because yes, there's bait fish in the river, but the buggy stuff seems to work better on the river. And on this side, you see this is a two-sided box, really awesome. I have a bunch of wet flies, beaded head nymphs. This is a pheasant tail. It's got a lot of flash to it. And these work great in New Mexico and Colorado on hopper dropper setups. Let's put this back. Tippet. I usually run 4X and 3X. I don't really go lower than that. I don't like to lose my fish. Depending on what presentation and what I'm doing. But my net that I'm using here is a Freestone, not a sponsor. This is a great net. It's been with me in Colorado and Mexico. It's been with me here. I've got some tippet and our leader straightener that I'll run my leader through to straighten out the kinks. Or you just use your hand and burn your hand. I do that too. A little tape measure. On this side, in the front where I want all my stuff, I have a quick pull knife right here. So I'm on the river. If I ever get hung up or need to cut stuff off of me, I can. I've got some floating. It's a Loon product. And Loon Outdoors, it's good. I've got it here. I just electrical tape this knife on me so it stays put. But this net, when I pull it off my back, it's on a 40-pound magnet. And it just comes off. And you'll see it snaps on really easy. But I can just rip it off of my back and be all set up and ready to go. But in here I have a bat and kill, an Orvis bat and kill 3, and I'm actually going to set it up on an encounter rod and Orvis. It's a 6 weight. You see, 9 foot. It's a great setup, and I have it in copper. I just thought that was too beautiful. Line. It's a Scientific Anglers that I picked up at Living Waters. It's one that Chris did himself over there with Scientific Anglers in conjunction with them, and it is awesome. It's a wet, basically a cold and hot line, fly line. It does great in both cold temperatures, which right now it's 39 degrees, probably about 34 degrees under this bridge. My hands are cold. I'm cold. But anyways, for backing, I just have a cheap orange regular backing that it came with from Orvis. I'm pretty sure it's just regular old braid. And then for my my leader, I'm using an Orvis leader. It looks like I just did a straight tie to the loop instead of looping through, but sometimes I'll do a nail knot. And I'm just using some Orvis tippet here, and that's it. For gear, I'm wearing some Grundens because I'm staying on the edge of the river. I did not put my waders on today, and I have on a hook storm coat with a thermal on underneath and a beanie. And I'm actually a little chilly out here, y'all. So from my tippet to my leader, I just have a triple surgeons tied here. I'm going to tie this nymph on real quick with a 5 wrap clinch knot. All right, so I'll see y'all on the river. Hey, fam. So I tried to get my batteries charged up best I could. They died overnight in my truck. So lesson learned. I'm headed down here to the river right now and see if we can't get on some fish. So right over there by that pylon, sometimes there's bass. So let's give that a shot. All right. Wrong one, y'all. We did it. All right. What a cutie. There they go. Thanks for playing. Fly fishing is all about timing. You want to give enough time for that back cast to go behind you, and then, launch forward. And let the rod do the work. I learned the hard way. I was a chopper, call it. I was always chopping my rod instead of letting it load up and do the work. And it was a rough start for me, y'all. Oh, we're on one. Hey, we're on a decent one here. Let's see what we got. All right. Little fighter. Oh, wow. It's smaller than Lockwood. It just fights more. All right. Oh, how cute. Little baby. Put him back in. And we'll let him swim out. There you go. All right, buddy. Have fun. I know I'm primarily a kayak fisherman, but on YouTube. But when the weather is cold like this, it's actually a lot of fun to come down and do some fly fishing. Because tomorrow's gonna be way too cold to get out on the water in the kayak. I'd be freezing to death. I'm Eric Fisherman, the popsicle. I'm not trying to do that. All right, y'all. Trying to survive another day to fish another day. So, yeah, I was gonna go kayak fishing tomorrow, and I had it all planned out. Everything's rigged up, and that's not gonna happen now. But I may come back out here. We'll see. I may just relax and not do anything. So I'll do this. Rod tip with a little bit of shape. Make that little nymph look real. There we go. We're on, y'all. Hey. Little guy here. Let's go ahead and pull this one up. I had some splits on my reel. Gross. Alright, let's pull up the slack, y'all. Little bit of play. Oh, there we go. We're on, y'all. Found another one. Oh, he's a baby, y'all. The river fish have downsized since last time I was here. A lot bigger fish, but this is bait size fish. Man, they sure are pretty though. Alright, let him go. Oh, he went between my feet. He wanted to hang out. He went right between my feet, y'all. So funny. Alright. Get this line corrected. Make another cast over there. Burr. Little nippy under here. I can't believe these fish are in the shade and not out in the sun right now. But yeah. Must be a deep spot in there. I mean, they're called sunfish, right? A lot of them. This is just surprising to find them in the shade. Right over here. I'm considering moving over there to warm up. Here we go. And we'll just cast into the shady area where they're at apparently. Oh, check it out. I don't know. There's tons of bait fish all right here swimming around. How cool. So that's a good sign that there's like fish over here, because I went up the river and I couldn't find anything, y'all. Y'all see that? Right here. This electrical pole, electrical wire that's stuck on the pylon stick. Wow, from the great flood that came through. So sad, y'all. Anyways, we're downriver now. Y'all can see that the water is definitely moving here. We got some current and a elbow, a bend right here. Y'all see this over here where it's calmer. This calm area, sometimes fish will congregate here under these trees for cover and along here. And on the bottom of a river with eddies where it pools around rocks on the backside. Well, in this case, we're just gonna fish this area right here, and then I'm probably gonna have to take off. In the spring, the river bass are pretty prevalent down here, and what I'll do is I'll tie on a small blue or green dragonfly, and I will catch fish all day out here on that dragonfly, and I hope that y'all come with me on that adventure, because man, it is a lot of fun. Let's get this fly line out. There we go. It is a lot of fun, y'all. Pull some fly line out so we can cast. We'll make a cast right over here. And it's pretty shallow here. I may have to adjust my depth on this little nymph I'm using. Drop it in there real quick. Pull up from this flag. I was pulling out enough line here like I was gonna cast a football field or something. There we go. We're just trying to get in this pocket right here. Let the current kind of take it. You never know what's hiding up in there and up under this tree. While y'all are looking at that, I'm gonna get this hook out of my jeans. So I decided to hook myself. It happens. Told y'all that because it gets me out here outside, outdoors and away from stuff. Helps me clear my head. And Lord knows, I think we all need that, especially in these times. So even if you don't fish, just go to your local river and put on some wader boots and just walk around and look at stuff. It'll clear your head, and it's freaking awesome to come out here. I love coming out here. Just beautiful. Look. It's truly peaceful. And I have my grandma to thank and my mom. When I was little, they would always take me to the water. I grew up in the water. I was either in a pool, on a boat, swimming, or fishing the creeks, even if it was for bluegill. And I think that's always been like instilled in me or stayed in me. I'm a water kid. And I don't know, I have to be near the water. I just can't help it. It's in my blood and my genes. My uncle's a fisherman, a diehard fisherman. Fishing in storms, I mean, it runs in my family. We're fishermen and women. My mom can still outfish me. She just doesn't have a YouTube channel to prove it yet. But if she did, I'm telling you, that woman can catch bass like you wouldn't believe. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much for coming out here with me today. And a quick tie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on some 3X tippet. Anyways, we are up the river and looking for fish. And here I'm adding an indicator, and I did a wet fly. This is a indicator, and I'm doing about less than a foot depth with a small Adams fly, but it's a wet fly. More tracks going up the hill here. Check it out. Hey, real quick, y'all check out these tracks. Of course, going down here to the water, right? Everything needs water. Pretty cool, huh? So it got his water, and then he came back this way because these ones right here. Here's a deer track. Sure is pretty out here. Look how beautiful it is. Not the dead trees, but the river. Y'all hear the sound of the river? More like a stream now, but there's a deep pocket right here I want to fish. We're just going to cast up this stream and let our little nymph do the work. You see the little pocket right here? All right, let's see if we can't find some fish. Thank y'all so much for coming out here with me today. I really appreciate it. And I'm switching over. Y'all are awesome, and I really do appreciate y'all and all your comments and your support, and for liking and subscribing. And stay tuned for more adventures. Do a catch, clean, and cook. But unfortunately, tomorrow probably not going to happen because the weather. I really don't want to freeze my butt off out there. And yeah, it's gonna be cold. So the water's super clear right now. Super cold and amazing. Thanks for watching, Eric the Fisherman. I'm gonna be signing off now. I'm gonna go hang out with my wife, and I got stuff I got to do today. But thanks for spending time with me, and I do appreciate y'all. Till next time, Eric the Fisherman signing off.